Hey guys, welcome back to another Vanguard Zero video. This time another Narukami event's arrived, and it's basically in Vanguard Zero. We're finally reaching the climax of G next, so that's pretty cool. And I think it makes sense that the Narukami event is happening now. Actually, if um if you have seen the anime of G Next, you know that Henry has fought actually with Saori, which is the which is this guy here, um, who uses essentially it's not Mamoru anymore who represents Kagero from G Next onwards. I mean, he still uses Kagero and shows up, of course, but he doesn't fight as much anymore. The representation moves to like Saori here. So he's Saori has been defrauded with what was the Dumjit. There you go. That's the unit's name with Dumjit. So in the anime, Henry and Saori fought while Saori was being defrauded by Dumjit. So it's basically Henry versus Dumjit, and that was kind of a big fight for both of them. Um, yeah, uh so I feel like it makes sense why we're getting that now, since that also happened around I think the climax of G Next. Um Tachikaze fans fortunately still have to wait a while. So well, enough about that, trailing off um to the anime story. We're gonna get back to the event here. So as usual, I'm gonna quickly explain how to play it, and then we're gonna take a look at the cards and the boost skins. So you guys know what they are, and then we're gonna just head to the a boss fight. So let's talk about how to play real quick. So essentially, you use these fight tickets that you can get through character fights, um, and use them to challenge characters, uh, essentially like a character fight. But before fighting the boss here, which is Henry, you fight Vanguard, and you collect you collect clan medals here and clan points. Clan points will increase your stage, and you collect them in order to fight the boss. So you keep fighting Pangaro, and then you collect enough. When you have enough points, then you can challenge the boss here, Henry. And of course, clan medals is what you use to exchange for cards. When you beat the boss, your fight stage up here goes up, and the higher your fight stage, the more points and the more medals you'll earn per fight. If you use a boost skin, you get 1.5 times more uh, points and medals, and sometimes you also have a chance to fight Black Fangaro, and if you beat him, then you'll get 3 times the amount of points and medals, and that's essentially how you play the event. So let's quickly go over to the cards right now. With of course new Vanquisher support, and well, it's not that bad. It's not bad, but I guess it's not anything too crazy yet. But it's pretty good actually. So I do recommend it. Unfortunately, it is another GR, and this does require G Persona Blast. So yeah, you're going to need at least another copy. But to be honest, its second and third skills, I mean, they don't require G Persona Blast, so it's a lot better. Even if you have a single copy now, you can actually use it. It's not like you can't activate a skill. It's just that you can't use one of its skills. So that's pretty good. I noticed that they're in G. They started later on, like during this part of G Next, they start having this pattern where some GRs will have G Persona Blast, but that's just only one skill, and you don't always need to use it. So the other skills are like GB3 or something, or GB4. So you don't need G Persona Blast. It's just that they have a G Persona Blast skill to help you hit that GB3 or GB4. So here we have Dragonic Vanquisher V Buster, really cool art. um Soul Blast 1 G Persona Blast, randomly retire one of your opponent's great sorry, not great, randomly retire one of your opponent's rear guards with priority to the back row, and then bind two cards from drop. If you and then after that, if you have more rear guards than your opponent, um or choose three of your units and they get par plus 3k. So that's pretty good. And then you have, I believe the keyword is thunder. I hope I'm correct, but I think it's Raigeki here in it's Raigeki in Japanese, but I hope I think the English keyword is thunder. Anyways, so it's GB3 Thunder 7. So that means your opponent needs to have 7 cards in their bind zone uh, for you to activate. That's what the Thunder keyword means. The number that's written over here of cards in your opponent's bind zone. So Thunder 7, all of your front row units get power plus 5k. Pretty good. And then the other one is when it attacks, draw one, and for that battle, crit plus one, drive plus one. Again, Thunder 7, GB3. So these two skills alone, they're actually pretty good. So even if you have just a single copy, like it's totally fine. Anyways, moving on, we do have more eraser support. Erasers always get support in like every Narukami event, so erasers are always eating well. And you have your triple rare Rinchu here. But if I get into every card, it's gonna like take long, so I'm just gonna blaze through the eraser stuff and just talk about Vanquisher. So we do also have Dragonic Descendant Sigma, and I wanted to bring that up because the art's really cool. But that's it. We're gonna move on back to Vanquisher Sports. So we have a new Vanquisher Grade 3, which is Sparking. It has okay, so its first skill is Thunder 4 at the start of your right phase. You either soul charge one or counter charge one, and then after that, if you can randomly bind one of your opponent's cards in the from your drop zone, from their drop zone. Sorry, so that's pretty good actually. And then when your G unit strides, Soul Blast 1, Counter Blast 1, retire one of your opponent's front row rear guards and bind it. And then if the G unit that you strode has the Raigeki keyword, sorry, Thunder keyword, then you can bind one more card from your opponent's drop zone. So essentially, that's bind two, and that's pretty good. Do keep in mind it specifically says the front row, and we also now have a Thunder PG. Sorry, a PG with the Thunder keyword. So Thunder 4. When this PG activates, put another copy of this card, Anastasia. Sorry, if another copy of this card, Anastasia, is in your drop zone, draw one. So essentially, if you guard and then you have another one in your drop, it's draw one. While you have Thunder. Then yeah, you've got other Thunder support as well. So yes, some of them are Thunder 5 as well. So you can see that the deck kind of wants to now speed run getting these high your opponent cards into their bind zone essentially. So like you do want to hit Thunder 7 and all that. So today, okay, so we're gonna get to the I forgot to show you guys the blue skins. I'll do that after I show you the deck list. So I'm going to show you my deck list today. I'm thinking about taking Shiranui. So it's not a complete deck, but I kind of wanted to try it out and show how what domination is like, because dominate is like really a pretty unique mechanic, I'd say, in Vanguard. So this is the deck list, and it's decent enough. I don't have the skin, unfortunately, the Kazumi skin. Sorry, so we're gonna have to go with the default one. Anyways, these are the blue skins. Today is Shion. Tomorrow will be Rin, and then it'll be Verno, and after that Saori, which again I think makes sense because of their like big card fight they had in the anime that impacted both of them, especially Saori. I guess I won't spoil it, but like Dumjet really got um like surprised. I think that fight like it really started to change his Dumjet's um how Dumjet treats humans, not in a good way, but yeah. If you're curious, you can ask in the comments. So, all right, I've spent a lot of time already on that, um, on talking about the cards and stuff. So let's get to the boss fight. Actually, yeah. So if you don't feel like listening to like what the cards are like and all that, you can skip to this boss fight if you want. Okay, so we're going first. That's not bad. Um, we don't get the stride first, but I guess it's all right for now. We don't have a Shinu in hand, so that's not good. But we do have the searcher, so I think I'll put this one card back and we'll see what we can get. Okay. I guess it's not that bad. We don't have a PG, but we do have one card we can use the card with. Wait, is that SP? Oh, sorry, never mind. I thought his starter was SP for a second. It's not. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was just a flicker there. Um, let's ride to Tenrei. We'll call Madoi. Yeah, we'll call Madoi here for now. And turn. We'll see what he does first, and then hopefully we can draw our Shiranui before our great Tea turn. If not, we might have to use this searcher here. This is also our Stridewater. Ah, there goes one Shiranui, of course. That sucks. Okay, but it's we'll actually go for Obero, so this is still fine. It's still okay. Um, we'll ride onto this, and then I'll drop the. Should I put here? Here. I think I'll keep that here, and we'll ditch this. Yeah, we'll ditch the crit, and we'll get Oboros in hand. Sorry, Oboro, not Oboros. We'll get Oboro in hand, and maybe it might be a good idea to rush, but at the same time, I'm not quite sure. I think I'll play it safe for now, and just swing like this for now, cause he does get the stride first, and I kind of need cards to play as well. Just in case you're wondering, most of the time I do play and like win the boss fight, but lately I haven't had much time to keep. Okay, that helps. To keep like keep re-recording every time I lose. So if I end up losing this fight, then I might kind of just stick with that instead of re-recording until I win. So sorry about that. But oh, oh, hold on! I completely forgot to explain this as well. There's been a few changes in Zero. So Harmonix Messiah has another change. So previously it was just vanilla, it didn't do anything, and then they changed it so it had an on play skill when it's when it's placed on Vanguard Circle. If you have any, you can unlock any amount of lock cards, any amount of your lock cards. Sorry, um, and then the amount of lock cards that you unlock, discard them from your hand. Sorry, I'll put it in better way. On placed, you can unlock as many of your locked units as you want, and then discard one card from your hand for each card that you unlocked. Now, it has another skill, Vanguard Circle and G Zone. So on placed or at the start of your turn, if this card is face up and your damage zone has two or less cards in it, and in the previous turn, if your damage you there was no card placed in your damage zone, put one card from the top of your deck. You may place one card from the top of your deck face up onto your damage zone, and if you did, then draw one. So essentially, it's a self damager. So if your opponent tries to sort of prevent you from getting counter blast by purposely not attacking you, then you can use Harmonix Messiah, and you not only do you get to draw an extra card, but you also get that counter blast for free. Basically, that's why a lot of people run it in competitive zero now as well in turn one. So yeah, it's really good. And now it has another additional skill. So in G Zone, if you're going first and then it's your third turn at the start of your main phase, from outside of your deck, add a grade zero heal trigger to your hand, and then this skill can also be used if this card is face down. So that's pretty good, and I wanted to mention that. So essentially, you will have five heal triggers if you're going first, and I imagine that they added this to prevent you from losing early on if you go first and your opponent gets first stride and just goes like ham. So this is really good. That really helps. Sometimes you don't draw heals to guard anyway or PGs, so like this helps, and now I have one, two, three, four heals in hand, and still one heal left in deck. So yeah. All right. So moving on from that, we really needed this, so that's good. The guard. So for now, I think can put that there. I'm gonna put this here. This might seem silly, but I do need cards to play next turn, and next turn when I can stride and dominate my opponent's cards, these stand triggers will actually come in handy. So if we get to keep at least one of them, you'll see what they do. Oh, he right skips. That helps a lot actually, but I guess you don't really get to see then what Vanquisher sparking does yet, or if there's like an animation, something like that, or line. But anyways, we'll see that later. Um, well, even if you don't get to see what if he doesn't ride up next turn, I mean, then you can still just don't worry about it because I'll get through the boss fight and then I'll try to build the deck myself. And if I manage to do that in like the next video I do, I'll probably use the deck and then show you. So we're finally gonna stride. We're going to stride into this uh King Goku Tenbu because that's a really good stride, and I'm glad I kept that grade one in hand. So yeah, no voice lines or anything. So we're gonna stride, and now Oboro's skill activates, and we get to choose one of our opponent's cards and dominate it. So this is actually kind of bad because he has a bunch of low power units. So but it's still okay. So we're gonna dominate a back row one here, and we're going to attack into the intercept, and then we are gonna use a starter. But then the soul, draw one, and then choose a unit in like one unit in a column, and then all units in that column get power. So wait, hold on. Actually, let me make sure that's correct. When your dominated unit attacks, put this unit to your soul to activate. Draw one. and then choose one of your choose either yours or your opponent's rear guard. One of your opponents. Choose one rear guard, either yours or your opponent's, and then for that turn gets power plus 3k. Okay, never mind. So yeah, I mistook it for a second. So that's fine. Um. So yeah. So the reason why I chose a back, I wanted to explain this for dominate specifically. Sorry, this is gonna like take up time, but I feel like it's important for players who want to play dominate to like keep in mind. So when your opponent has intercepts, obviously when you dominate a unit, you have to attack the intercept first before attacking the vanguard or any other unit. It has to attack an intercept if there's an intercept. And keep in mind that if you choose one of your opponent's grade twos, essentially you choose their intercept to swing into their other intercept. Um, then of course, like afterwards, if you like dominate it again and then you can attack your opponent's vanguard since yeah the other intercept is gone, but keep in mind that power lasts until end of turn. So if you dominate one of your opponent's grade twos, the rear guard here, it would have gotten like power plus 4k, so until end of turn. So if you dominate it, when you want to attack with your own units, you would have to attack into the intercept as well, meaning that, and it would have still have gotten that plus 4k from that power. So you almost, if you can't like swing and then get rid of the intercept, you can't attack their vanguard again, so be careful of that. And I wanted to mention that that's why I chose a back row unit, so that I can attack into both intercepts and then just attack into vanguard with my own units instead. Then I don't have to deal with this 13k attacker. I wanted to mention that, so yeah. So we're gonna drop this down here. We're gonna drop the grade one. I guess it's not that bad, but yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll drop the grade one. Then let's see, what was this skill again? Soul Blast once per turn. Soul Blast one. Choose a card from your opponent's drop zone. Call to okay. To one of your opponent's open rear guard circles, and then at the end of the turn, retire it. And its on play skills and all that don't activate. We don't need that yet, so we're gonna leave it. But we are just going to go into battle phase like this. And now Kingo sorry, King Goku Tenbu's skill activates dominate. Start of battle phase, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, stand it and dominate it. And now we're going to use the, actually we don't need to use it, but stand trigger, I mean. Uh Let me think about it for a second. Uh and then okay, so we'll use the stand trigger. So when one of your when any of your, when either yours or your opponent's rear guards stands from your card's ability, retire this unit to activate. So um the unit that's choose one of your, choose any one of your units that are in the same call, choose any units, either yours or your opponent's, they're in the same column, and then all units in that column get power plus 2k. If you get power plus 2k, sorry, if you give power plus 2k, then you get then you can draw one. So I'm gonna activate it just to get that plus 2k power. So I'm gonna do this, and then that attacks there. Great. So luckily, fortunately, he's still on a grade 2, so this will hit. And he checked the trigger. That kind of hurts, but oh well. So when this unit's attack hits, put this into their soul, and then oh, your opponent has to discard a card from their hand to start a turn. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I might as well. It's not that bad. And also, by the way, so full rise skill over here. So during your turn, if another unit attacks, um then, and if your vanguard is Shiranui, then this unit gets 4 plus 2k. So essentially, it's not once per turn either. So it's 2k every time something attacks, including your opponent's dominated card. So that's, as you can see, it's pretty good. Another trigger. Oh no, this doesn't hit now. Unless, come on. Oh, okay, good. That's another Oboro down, but it's fine. We needed to hit that anyway to push. And now we'll just end our turn. Yeah. Oh, there you go. He discarded the card. He doesn't ride up after all. Hmm. I guess it's okay. Later on I'll try to build the deck and show you guys how it works as well. I'm kind of just glad that I won because sometimes it really hurts when you lose. Like, yeah, it doesn't take up. Luckily, your actual tickets, they don't get taken up if you lose. So you can keep challenging the boss over and over again. Goes and same thing with the Vanguard fights. If you lose, fortunately, you don't also lose your tickets. Only if you win, it takes your tickets up. So yeah. But it just takes more time, if you know what I mean. Um, I can stride, but I don't think I want to. So I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to dump some of the cards over here. I mean, I don't want to discard them. We can definitely afford to play a bit defensive. So for now, I'm just going to swing with Shirnui and hope he doesn't guard or heal. Okay, he guarded. So we're gonna go into another turn. For now, I know I can just drop my guards and just like swing to win that turn, but I want to be a little bit more careful. He doesn't have a hand now, also, so I guess that helps. That doesn't hit. Okay, so he at least doesn't have intercepts now, so that's good. We're not gonna try it again. We're just going to play it safe now, like this. And if he heals, then I mean we go to another turn, but we'll still be okay at least. We have like a lot of cards. Okay, we won. Great. So I hope that you didn't really get to see Vanquisher again. Sorry about that, but I hope that that somewhat shows what Dominate can do and that like explains to people who are not sure about Dominate. You know, especially since Vanguard's getting like a bunch of new players with overdress, and obviously if they're new, they didn't come in from G, so if they go into zero from overdress, then now you might be a little bit confused. So I hope that and for people who just didn't know about Dominate, even if they played G earlier, they don't really understand it. I hope that that showed you kind of how you can play it in zero. Anyway, sorry for going off a little bit there. uh Video's gone long enough. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.